How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Pipe and Brewer Nerd, aka Sean, back with another one from Yuengling Brewing out of Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Largest craft brewery, if you go by the definition. I know that's an argument a lot of people like to get into. Yuengling's not craft. Yuengling's not craft. By definition, it technically is. Just gonna leave it at that. I don't really care how you view it. If you think it's craft, if you don't think it's craft, it is what it is. Either way, this is their black and tan. Coming in at, I forgot, they don't put the ABVs on the bottle. So, if I want to do the work, I may put it up there, here somewhere. I may not. I don't know. So, obviously, if there's no ABV on here, there's also not going to be an IBU. Not seeing anything on the bottle to even remotely show some kind of date code. So, been a long time since I've had one of these. Twist off, you know how it is. But I mean, it's been a long time. I think when I first started drinking beer, I had one of these. I don't believe I've had one since. So, it pours a nice dark porter, brown ale looking beer with about just under a finger's worth of mocha, creamy, bubbly white head. Obviously, black and tan is a mix of their premium beer and their porter, but because it's in the bottle, you're not going to get that fancy pour like you would get at a bar. So it is what it is. But it does have a nice looking body, a little bit of a head that's not really wanting to stick around. Oh, that gave it a beautiful looking head. That is a beautiful looking beer right there. Good roastiness to it. A little bit of malty, like kind of a cocoa. You got that like bready, biscuity yeast. Not getting much of a stir, but I'm stirring it up a little bit. I can't get as good as some guys can, but yeah, it smells like a porter. I mean, that's what it's smelling. Like a light roasted porter. So, let's get a sip on her. I definitely get that lager, light beer vibe to it, or that slight roasty, not quite cocoa, but on the verge of cocoa roasty. Again, I wish I knew the ABV on this. For some reason, they don't like to put that on there. I'm not quite sure why, but fairly decent on a day like today. It's not too hot, not too cold, kind of perfect, and that's kind of what this beer is showing at the same time. It is showing a little bit of like a sourness to it. I'm not gonna lie, there's a little bit. It wasn't on that one. It's weird. The sourness seems to be coming and going. Yeah, decent roast. Good lager vibes coming through. There's a bit of like that kind of spicy that you would get with, I know this is a premium beer. I imagine it's probably just a lager. The amber lager is giving that kind of like spice, drawing in the back of the throat. I'm gonna put this probably around like 5 to 6 ABV in my head. So yeah, not bad. Overall, it's a 3.5. It's a decent lager with a decent porter. Nothing crazy, nothing to shot at home. I would have liked to have seen them do a black and tan when they were doing their Hershey Porter. If they could have done a line of those, which from my understanding is not going to happen ever, because Hershey and Yuengling has seemed to split up. Their contract came to an end, and instead of renewing it, they just parted ways for now. I do believe that Hershey is teaming up with another brewery, from what I've been hearing. For some reason, Yuengling just couldn't make it happen this time. So they're going to move on, try it with a different brewery, and see where it goes. So 3.5 for me, all day long on this. If you're in Pennsylvania and this is the only thing on the menu, I'd say get it. If you can get something else that's craft, do it. This is a beer to experience just for the history of it, because of where it's from. Oldest brewery in America. Just to experience it. If you're on the East Coast, you'll be able to find this. I do believe Florida has these guys, and Texas should have them as well. So if you're in the South too, you should be able to get this. They're really expanding. So get your hands on it, try it, just for the history of it. Other than that, don't really seek it out. Till next time. Cheers.